Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yvonne Constancio. This is the Unravel Collective, and I love to unravel the human condition to reveal the multidimensional self. The way that I do this is by offering you channeled guidance, usually from the 9th Dimension Arcturian Council. And today they share a new way or a new perspective, let's say, of grounding. Most of us think that grounding is something that is to be rooted into the earth or anchoring ourselves down, being in stillness, quiet, feeling nice and secure in the lower part of our body. And this is true. And today, the Arcturians give us another perspective to help us ground in a more holistic way. So if you're interested in hearing another perspective on how to ground, then please stick around. Well, first I would like to say thank you to everyone who has sent out their beautiful, sweet condolences through messages, DMs, text, and phone calls. I appreciate you and I love every one of you. Thank you so much. If you saw my last video and you don't understand why I was receiving those messages, it is due to the grieving process that I am in after losing my cousin in a very unexpected way. I am so grateful for the love and the support that you have all offered me in the last week or two, and I appreciate it very much. Now, getting to today's transmission, for those of you who are new, what I usually do is a private transmission with the 9th Dimension Arcturian Council. I then transcribe the transmission and then I read it to you and share it with you. So let's get started with this week's transmission. This week we see the word grounding, and oftentimes when humans hear the word grounding, they feel that this means that they must sit still with some type of anchoring in their lower body or making contact with the earth itself. And while this is quite beneficial, we would like to offer a new perspective on grounding today. And this perspective may be difficult to comprehend. However, we would like to offer it anyway. Have you ever considered a grounding that comes from the heart space? We know that many of you have perhaps experienced a grounding of the heart space, but were not aware of it. When you place your hand on your heart and make contact with your breath, and perhaps make contact with the heartbeat, or the electromagnetic frequency emitting from your heart space. This is a type of grounding, and dare we say, this is the most important type of grounding. There's a charge here that offers you a clarity and a safety that expands all space and time. We know that we often speak of the heart space, but it is a topic that must be repeated over and over again. The heart space is the key to your future, my dear ones. When you make contact with your heart space, you are making contact with the consciousness and the breath of God. When you make contact with this opens you to the experience of the infinite aliveness within you. Now, this may sound like this would cause you to feel floaty. Infinite aliveness. How do I ground within this type of energy? But dear ones, the energy of this space is quite the opposite. The energy of this space brings you into oneness with all that exists. This energy brings you into a stillness in which you merge with all that exists. And when you realize or are able to experience or recognize within you and all that exists, well, suddenly this brings you to a place of safety, a place of sure footing, a place where no matter what tries to sway you, knock you down, roll you over, blow you away, crush you, well, it's simply not possible from this space. You are truly anchored into the oneness. So while yes, sitting and visualizing yourself perhaps growing roots into the earth, perhaps visualizing an anchor in your lower body, perhaps bringing your feet to the dirt, while this is a beautiful way to ground the physical body, the trueness of the soul resides in the heart space. And by grounding from here, you will begin to experience the expansion of your consciousness, thereby the connection and the infiniteness that resides within you to our prime creator. this is all we have to share today. Thank you for inviting us in. Thank you again for providing a space for communication with those who listen to these messages. There is an acceleration of movement and expansion on the earth plane at this time, and each one of you are a contribution to this expansion. Thank you, dear ones. This has been the 9th Dimension Arcturian Council. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please remember to give me your thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I know that the Arcturians love to talk about the heart space and that it can seem repetitive, but I'm beginning to sense this urgency in really driving it home for us, as if this is a frequency in which they feel needs to be emitted, needs to be repeated, needs to be applied, needs to be remembered, needs to be executed, needs to be embodied. So this is why I feel like they keep bringing up the heart right now. And as they've said several times, operating from the heart is our future. So there is something I feel like they keep needing to like shine a light on, like, hello, have you gotten it yet? You know? So it's a beautiful message. And I, for one, am never tired of getting reminders. So again, thank you for being here and being someone who wants to also be reminded of operating out of the heart space so that we can create a new earth. So until next week, please have a beautiful day, and I will see you then. Bye.